Do. Apologies for being in the way of the stream. We're going live in 3 minutes, so I thought I would pop the Twitch chat on the screen in front of me, so that if you guys fancy saying hi, I can see it on screen. Ta-da! Amazing. Do. Okay, there we are. Oh dear, I need to sign in as me first. Excuse me folks, I'm just doing security code stuff and all that jazz. Are you going to let me log in now? Yay. Okay, there we are, and now I'll jump to just chat. Okay, right guys, I'm just going to go make myself a quick cup of tea. The kettle's just boiled, so I'll be back in 1 minute and then we'll start playing. Aloha! Ugh. Hello, it's Dan Grubb from Fantastic Books Gaming. Hello everybody. I'm going to camera stick to my ceiling. Hi. I'm not going to do this the whole time because I'm not very good at yoga. Ugh. So, this is what you really want to see. And there's a couple of things that I think you'll enjoy about this particular setup. One, this is the very first dungeon of the Oakenwild expansion, so I'll explain how we're going to do that shortly. However, you will notice a distinct lack of a dice rolling bowl, and that's because the wonderful folks at, let me grab the box a second so I can get the company name correct. Look, Game Tank have created this, the Wizard's Dice Tower. It comes with a full 5e campaign as well as this amazing Wizard's Tower, which I thoroughly enjoyed building. It took me about an hour, and yeah, it's a dice tower. Look, so you can go ahead and do that, and that's how we're going to be rolling the dice for this game. Pretty awesome. I hope the dice cam's working okay as well, and I also hope you can pick up the sound of me rabbling away as well. So, what is this? This is the very first dungeon of the Oakenwild expansion that is currently live on Kickstarter right this very second. The Kickstarter itself has had a lack of content for the last 4 or 5 days because I've been travelling back from Poland to the UK. The moment I hit the UK, I immediately picked up all the various bugs and flus and things that I hadn't been faced with for 4 months, so I got quite poorly. And then of course my vaccine arrived. I had that yesterday and have had a terrible evening of symptoms and various things. So I'm a huge advocate of vaccines. Get vaccinated. There's nothing wrong with vaccines. There's a reason why our children don't die of smallpox anymore, and vaccines are good. This particular vaccine is good, but for just a few of us, a low percentage of us, we do have quite severe reactions to it, and mine involved all sorts of things, including hallucinations of all things. So I had sort of trails behind my hands and flashing, popping lights every half an hour or so. So it was, yeah, pretty crazy last night. So I didn't get any sleep. However, I have just enough energy to push through a playthrough of the Oakenwild Expansion, the very first dungeon of, and I'm going to do that for you guys right this very second. So, what's this horrid scrap of paper here? Well, this horrid scrap of paper is a representation, a size representation of the Oakenwild home, the home of Hjalvar and Hjolven Oakenwild, the Viking siblings that are being introduced to the Gorgon's Loch. This expansion will expand the base game of the Gorgon's Loch. The Gorgon's Loch Pledge Manager is currently live, but won't be live for much longer. And there is a pledge on this Kickstarter to actually grab yourself a copy of the base game as well as this. So go ahead and check out the website. I think I've put the website here. Is it there? I think it's probably sort of there-ish. So go to bit.ly/Oakenwild and bit.ly/for Oakenwild and go and throw your pledge in if you haven't already. Thank you very much. Okay, so the two characters are Hjolven and Hjalvar Oakenwild, and they're going to start anywhere they like within the Oakenwild home. Now you'll notice that this piece here, that's the new board piece you're getting with the expansion, is the same size as the largest thing, the largest board piece that you get with the base game. We've got the Great Hall here, and the Oakenwild house is the same size. However, the Oakenwild house will be just this section here, surrounded by corridors. So in the same way that in the start room, you can only start on one of the 9 squares that's in the start room, in here, you can only start on one of the 25 squares that are within the Oakenwild home. So we're going to go ahead and start our characters there. In here, which is the normal enemy pile, for this first one, there are skeletons, skeletal bowmen and bandits only in here, so it's quite a short enemy pile. Of course you can go through them again and again, and the enemies for this particular first dungeon are 12 skeletons, 4 skeletal bowmen, 6 bandits, which is the new enemy we're introducing to this expansion, and the bandit leader, which is a much more powerful character than the bandits themselves, which themselves are quite powerful. Okay, so we've got 3 lives each. This is called Awaken Oakenwilds. And what do we have? Special items. We've got the white lock tile, that's right here. We've got the Midnight Star card, which is here. This razor sharp throwing star gives you an optional ranged weapon to attack within your line of sight. It always returns to its owner. We've got the mount of the Midnight Star that's currently sitting in a drawer in Poland. So we've got this rather crudely drawn version of that, but of course that will be a beautiful 1 inch by 1 inch chit when the expansion is produced. Setup. Diddly-diddly-doo. Remove the Midnight Star from the search pile and face it place upon the table. This is your prize for this dungeon. Find the white key that's in the search pile right here and place it into the white lock, which is here. So we've got to pass through these dungeons here and get to here and place the white key in the white lock to reveal the location of the Midnight Star. There's the Midnight Star chit. So we're going to reveal the location once we've unlocked that lock. And the way we do it is this. There are 6 rooms on this map. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we've got 6 potential locations, and each one of these locations has the number 1 spawn point in it. Number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1, or number 1. So by rolling a single d6, by rolling 1 dice, we will decide whether the Midnight Star appears here, 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 or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once we've spawned the Midnight Star and we know where it is, we've got to go and get it. And then we've got to, wherever it happens to be, and then we've got to make it back into these 25 squares, this 5 by 5 thing. We've got to both make it back, or whoever survives, make it back to the Oakenwild house to complete the mission. So there we are. Lost in the Loch, the powerful and sought-after Midnight Star is awaiting discovery by a brave adventurer. Finding and unlocking the white lock will activate a magical tracking spell that will show the party where the Midnight Star is to be found. So, without further ado, let us begin. So I think the first thing we'll do is grab these dice out of the dice tower. the Wizard's Dice Tower. It should really be the Gorgon Queen's Dice Tower, huh? And the first thing we're going to do, Hjolven is first because he just happens to be on the left, and we're going to roll 2d6 for his starting health points. It's 9, pretty good. And now his action points. 7, okay. That's pretty cool. So with his 7 action points, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving him with 3. He's going to roll 1d6 to work out how many enemies are in this room. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, so a maximum of 4 spawn points, a maximum of 4 enemies. And that's a 6, so that's all 4 of them. So let us begin spawning the enemies. I'm going to go ahead and put them on this chair next to me. So we've got skeleton number 4. Goes here, onto spawn point number 1. We've got, oh god, we've got the bandit leader, the most powerful character in this enemy pile straight away. Then we've got bandit number 2. And then we've got skeleton number 2. Right, so this is going to be a test straight away, but if we can get past the bandit leader, at least we know he's not going to be there. So, the skeleton has 2 health points. Both skeletons have 2 health points. Oops. The bandit leader has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health points. Quite a powerful character. And bandit number 2 has 2. Sorry, 3 health points. Okay. Hjolven has 3 action points remaining. So he's going to go 1, 2, and attack the bandit leader. Now he attacks the bandit leader with 2d6. The bandit leader defends with 3d6. Let's see how he does. The attack is 6. Oops. The defense is much more than 6. So that's the end of Hjolven's turn. Now it's down to Hjalva. And she is rolling 2d6 for her starting health points. 6. And action points for this turn. 9, okay. So I think she needs to go and help her brother straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving her with 5. She's going to attack the skeleton. The skeleton defends with 1d6, has 2 health points, so 8 or above is an insta-kill. That's a 6. The skeleton defends with a 5, so it loses 1 of its 2 health points. She's going to attack it again. This time 4, it looks like an insta-kill to me. 9, so yes, that is indeed an insta-kill. So goodbye skeleton number 4, we hardly knew thee. He goes to the bottom of the enemy pile. And right, so she's got 3 action points remaining. She's going to stand next to her brother, which gives her a defensive advantage, gives them both a defensive advantage. When the Oakenwild twins are fighting together and they're stand adjacent to each other, when they're being attacked, that gives them 1 extra d6 in defense. So unlike the usual 2d6, if they haven't got any other equipment or armor, it will give them 3d6 if they are adjacent to each other. So if you are playing both the new characters together, it's worthwhile keeping them geographically together as well near the end of their turn for this very reason. So she's got 2 action points remaining. She's attacked twice and eventually killed the skeleton, so she's going to attack the bandit leader. 2d6. That's 8. Bandit leader responds with much more than 8. Okay. So here comes her final attack. That's more like it. 11. The bandit leader responds with 12. So he's fine. Now it's the enemy turn. In the order that they were spawned, the skeleton's gone, so it's straight into the bandit leader. The bandit leader was attacked by Hjolven first, so the bandit leader is going to attack Hjolven back right now with 3d6. And, oh, what is it? 10. So Hjolven can't die, because he's going to roll a minimum of 2 in defence. And he's got 9 health points, but let's see. 10 versus 11. Awesome. Okay. Bandit number 2 is going to attack next. Now, bandit number 2 will use its movement to get to within melee distance. If it can't get within melee distance, it will use its ranged weapon. Its ranged weapon is a single d6. Its melee weapon is 2d6. But of course, we're so close now, it's just going to take a single step up to its nearest player character that happens to be Hjolven, and it attacks with 2d6. Scoring 5. Hjolven defends. Scoring 6, so he's fine. Finally, skeleton number 2. Again, 1 step of its movement. The enemies don't need to use all of their movement. And here we go with its attack on Hjolven. 2d6. It scores 8. Hjolven defends. And scores 6. So Hjolven takes a little hit from the weakest enemy in the room. Okay. That's the end of the enemy turn. Back we go to Hjolven. Hjolven's rolling for action points. 6. What are you going to do with 6 action points, Hjolven? Well, I think attack the bandit leader, obviously, with 9. They defend with 8. Okay, so we've nibbled one of the bandit leader's 5 health away. Into attack again. This time 7. The response is more than 7. So the bandit leader's fine. The third attack, oh dear, is 3. So there's no point even rolling for the bandit because it's guaranteed to get a minimum of 3 because he defends with 3d6. Hjolven's final attack on the bandit leader. 9. Bandit leader defends with 14. So he's fine. Sorry, the dice tower's coming apart a little bit there. My overzealous dice rolling, apologies. Okay, so he's got 2 left. So what he's going to do is he's going to attempt his specialist skill. Now the Oakenwild specialist skills are identical. The Oakenwilds are able to summon the anger of the gods and call down the hand of Odin, removing 1 health point from every enemy in the active board pieces where they are standing. So we need this to be double 6. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. Hi, just spotted you in chat there. Sorry. Yep. So we're going for double 6, please. And we got snake eyes instead, so that was rubbish. And a single action point remaining. What are we going to do with that single action point? There's nothing to do but to move, and I'm going to move here. I'm not going to move away from my sister because I need to maintain that that defensive advantage that my sibling gives me. Now we're going for Hjálvar. Hjálvar is rolling for action points, and she gets 6 of them. So she'll mark that at 5 and move her 1 in. And she has 5 action points remaining, and the first thing she's going to do is attack the bandit leader for 9. The bandit leader defends. Oh dear. Oh, we have an escapee. The escapee was on the floor at 4, but I'm not going to re-roll it because even the other 2 were showing 9. So that to me is a clear failure on behalf of Hjálvar. Here comes her second attack. 7. Second defense. More than 7. Third attack. 6. She's getting weaker. As indeed am I. Yep. Again, she's fine. So that's all 4 attacks. So now she's going to attempt to activate the Hand of Odin as well. Because why wouldn't you at this stage? So we're going for double 6. Nope. And that's the end of Hjálvar's turn. So now it's on to the enemies. So the first enemy is the bandit leader, who's going to attack this time Hjalva. 3d6. 12. An attack of 12. That's quite devastating. Hjalva defends with 11, so she only loses 1 point. That's really good, actually. Bandit number 2 is going to attack next. 2d6. Bandit number 2 is attacking Hjalva with 5. She defends. Oh, with much more than 5. 10, in fact. Wonderful. And finally, the skeleton is going to attack Hjalva. 2d6. Scores 3. She should be fine, and indeed she is. I'm not sure what that second dice showed there, but this one showed number 4, which is fine. Okay, so that's the enemy turn on. We're now rolling for action points for Hjolven. See if we can tidy this room up. Where are we? 4, okay. 4 action points, that's not a lot. Do we keep hammering away? I think we probably do. Okay. So we're going to attack the bandit leader. Oh dear, snake eyes for the first attack. That's not good, Hjolven. Try harder. Second attack. 8, okay. And, oops, bandit leader's defense for 8 is 7. Lovely. So we nibble away another one. So he's now got 3 health points, the same as the bandit. So now it's time for, oops, Hjolven's third attack. On the bandit leader again, the most powerful guy. What's that round the corner? It's a 4. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. And indeed it isn't. So that's done nothing. Hjalva's turn now. Hjalva is going to do exactly the same thing and just hammer away at this this bandit leader. But not with 3, she's not. So that's the first. Oh, sorry, that was 3 action points, in fact. So her first action point, her first attack is 9. And the bandit leader defends against 9 with way more than 9, okay. Her second attack. 4, oh dear. Second defense, oops. Predictably more than 4, I would imagine, yes, 8. Her final attack. She's allowed up to 4, but she only had 3 action points. Her final attack. Oh! 7. Wow. And the defense is 14. So nothing doing there. It's time for the bandit leader to attack again. And the bandit leader is going to keep hammering away at Hjalva. So here we go. Wow, it's big. 14 is the attack on Hjalva, so she could be in danger here. 14, she's defending with 2d6, so she's definitely injured. 14 versus 7. She's lost 7 health points. She has 5 health points, so I'm afraid Hjalva is out of business. She's just been killed by the bandit leader. Next comes bandit number 2. Bandit number 2 will use 1 of their movement to get close enough to Hjolven to attack him. And will now attack. Oh! I've made I made an error. I made a mistake, I'm sorry. Hjalva was adjacent to her brother, so she actually had 3d6 in defense then, not 2. I will leave her dead. She's only in the next room. She's going to come back with 1 of her 2 lives remaining. However, just for fun, we're going to see if she would have survived by rolling that extra d6. So, the damage was 14, the defense was 7, so she only had 5 health points. She needed another 2. So if I roll 3 or more, she would have survived. And it's a 3, so she would have had a single health point and survived. But I made the mistake. Sorry, Hjalva. I just cost you your life there, so my bad. Here comes bandit number 2 to attack Hjolven with 2d6. 7, Hjolven defends with 8. Lovely, so Hjolven's fine. And finally, skeleton number 2 is going to take a single step here so it can get to attack Hjolven. Again, 2d6. 10, Hjolven defends. 8, so Hjolven loses another 2 health points and is down to 5. Okay, that's the end of the enemy turn. Back we go to our characters. It's Hjolven first. Hjolven's going to be rolling for action points. I'm going to get killed off in the first room here, guys. 9 action points. Okay. Well, there's only one thing to do, Hjolven, and that's to hammer away at this bandit lord. So here comes Hjolven's attack on the bandit leader, and it's good. It's 11. The bandit leader defends. Oops. With, wow, 8. The difference is 3. He's only got 3 left. I've just killed the bandit leader, or indeed Hjolven has. Huzzah! So there goes the most powerful enemy in the pile. Hopefully we won't get round to him again, because he was absolutely devastating. So well done, Hjolven. That's your first attack, sir. So now we're going to attack the bandit with 2. Oh, that's 5. The bandit defends. Only Snake Eyes will kill him. With 6, he's fine. Third attack. 10. Third defense. 9. So we're going to nibble away at another one. So now the bandit only has 2 health points remaining. Here comes the final attack. Oh, 7. And the final defense. 7. Okay. So he's fine. We've got 4 action points remaining, so we're going to use one of them to try and activate the Hand of Odin. That's a fail. So with the remaining 3, 1, 2, 3, to throw caution to the wind and populate what enemies are in this room. Now, we're just going to go ahead and have at it and press on through the dungeon. So, I'll just make a little room in my enemy table here. I've got a chair next to here because it's quite a small coffee table, so I've got a chair next to me here that will allow me to place all the enemies here. I sort of lay them out in the order that they're spawned. So now we're going to roll 1d6 to determine whether there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or indeed all 6 enemies in this room. What's it going to be? 3. Gotcha, okay. And the 3 enemies are bandit number 3. He's a bit wonky. I'm coming home in my suitcase. Bandit number 3. Skeleton number 9. Where are you? There we are. Skeleton number 9. And skeleton number 5. Here's the 3rd enemy to be spawned. So he goes on to spawn point 3. Bandit number 3, like his counterpart, has 3 health points. So I'll put 3 of these delightful little heart counters, these wooden heart counters. You get 30 of those in your box of the Gorgon's Loch, which is ample to accommodate the 7 new enemies in the Oakenwild Expansion. Skeleton number 9 and skeleton number 5 get 2 health points each, and it's a really nice way to track how they're doing. Slurp of restorative tea. Also, you may notice I'm wearing socks with hearts on. That's thanks to my darling daughter Lacey and my lovely wife, who I assume made the order for her online because Lacey's 4. For Father's Day, which arrived this morning. So thank you very much, girls. I appreciate it. Right, where are we? So we've got all these enemies populated now, but that was the end of Hjolven's go. So now it's up to Hjelva. So Hjelva is now rolling for action points as she is resurrected after being killed. And 8. She's got 8 health points. That's a good start, Hjelva. Now, if I start her as close as possible to the action, which is this square here, let's see how many action points she's got and if she can help. 6. Bound to be able to do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to attack bandit number 2 with her final action point. And she scores 8. Bandit number 2 replies with 7. So bandit number 2 has one of its 2 remaining life hearts removed. It's got 1 heart left. Now it's the enemy turn, so it's bandit number 2 who's going to go ahead and straight away attack Hjalvar. Oh, he got stuck. It's an attack of 3. I'm sure Hjalvar's going to be fine. She's definitely going to survive. Yes, she's fine. Next enemy in the order they were spawned is skeleton number 2. Now this skeleton is equidistant between 2 enemies. So this enemy can either go here and attack Hjalvar, or can go here and attack Hjolven. And in this case, it's up to you. If you're playing solo, it's entirely up to you. If there's a games master looking after the enemies, then of course it's their choice. So it's entirely up to you. And in this case, I'm going to head back for Hjalvar because in the narrative of the thing, Hjolven's just dived into this room and spawned this room. So as Hjalvar dives into the back, this skeleton has noticed her and decides to attack. So skeleton 2 is going to attack Hjalvar and scores 5. Hjalvar defends with 6, so she's absolutely fine. Bandit number 3 is attacking next. So where's bandit number 3? Aha! Bandit number 3 is here. Now, bandit number 3 has a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, bandit number 3 can't actually get to within attacking distance of Hjolven. However, the bandits have a ranged weapon as well as a melee one. So bandit number 3 is going to attack Hjolven simply by rolling 1d6 to throw a knife at him. And scores a 6. Hjolven defends with 7. So he's fine, but only just. Next comes skeleton number 9. Skeleton number 9 is right here, right next to Hjolven. He spawned adjacent to him. So he's straight away just going to attack. Oh, we've got another escapee. It's number 5 on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and maintain that 5 as a powerful attack on Hjolven. He's going to defend and defends with 6. So he loses 4 health points and he only had 5 to start with. So Hjolven is down to his last health point. And there's one enemy to go. Skeleton number 5. Skeleton number 5 has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. Can't quite make it to Hjolven, but Hjolven is weak. Now we roll for action points for Hjolven Oakenwild. 3 action points. That's not great. That's not great at all. 3 action points. I think he has to move 1 like this. And I think he has to attack the bandit. And hopefully kill it. Bandit number 3. His attack is 7. The bandit defends with 9. So with Hjolven's last attack, it's 8. And the bandit's last defense, I've lost another one. That must be my throwing, because the dice tower is perfect. This is a 2. Oh, well, I gave him another chance and he ended up rolling a 1. 2 or 1, the difference is enough to kill the bandit. So off bandit number 3 goes. Well done, Hjolven. But however, you're still surrounded by some rather powerful enemies and have a single health point remaining. So bandit number 3's card goes under there. That's Hjolven's turn. Down to Hjalvar. What's Hjalvar going to do? Can she help her brother? 7 action points, perhaps. Now, what she needs to do is she needs to get herself adjacent to her brother and be able to help him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. She's got 3 remaining. She's going to attack this skeleton here with 2d6. It's going to defend with 1, remember. She scores 9. That's an insta-kill. So skeleton number 9 joins the choir invisible, which is very useful. She's now got 2 action points remaining, so she's going to step here. She's going to use her final action point to attack that skeleton, hopefully scoring 8 or more for an insta-kill in the process. And she scores 6, so it can survive. And it scores a 6 and does, so there we are. So now it's the enemy turn. The enemy in the order they were spawned, we've got bandit number 2. Who's here. 1, 2, 3 is all it's going to need to attack Hjolven. and attacks with 3. Hjolven will hopefully be okay, but if he scores Snake Eyes, he dies. Oh, I saw that 1 then, but luckily the other one's a 6, so he's fine. Next, skeleton number 2. Here comes skeleton number 2. 1 is as close as the skeleton can get, and it can't get past the bandit, so that's all over for skeleton number 2. Skeleton number 5 is definitely closer to Hjalvar than Hjolven. Hjolven is diagonal. Hjalvar is adjacent, is next to. So it's going to attack Hjalvar for 6, and she defends for 8. So she's absolutely fine. So back we go to Hjolven for action points. And he has 5 of them. Right, 5 action points. What can you do with 5 action points? In fact, we're going to we will attack the bandit first, because I think that's the best thing to do. 5. Bandit responds. Oops. Oh, with 3. So the bandit loses 2 health points, but it was only down to 1 already. Goodbye, bandit number 2. Awesome. There we are. Another bandit gone. Right, so 4 action points remaining. So now he's going to attack the skeleton in front of him. Skeleton number 5. With 7. It defends. With 3, it's also dead. Skeleton number 5 lives there. There we are. Skeleton number 5 disappears to the bottom of the enemy pile. And now, with 3 action points remaining, he finds himself in an enemy-free room. So he's going to search, finds a bottle of Biltoned Brew. He's going to search again, find some Nordic silver. That's one of the new treasure types we find in the Oakenwild expansion. And his third search is a green gem. So there we are. We've got some toys there. Treasure and toys. He really should have taken that Bilton's Brew thinking about it, but never mind. Okay, now it's down to Hjalvar. Hjalvar is rolling for action points. I left a dice in the tower. I'm going to have to re-roll that. 11, that's more like it. What we're going to do with 11 action points, Hjalvar? Well, we're going to have a search for starters, so we're going to find a clay pot. And Right's Delirium is the second. An ethereal voice calls out your name from the shadows. Your vision blurs, confused and disorientated. Your turn ends. Gah! So that was 11 action points wasted there. Should have done a lot more with that. So now it's the enemy turn. The enemy's going to step up and attack Hjolven with 4. If Hjolven rolls a 3 or less, he's dead. Luckily he rolls a 6, so he's fine. Back we go to Hjolven for his action points. 9 of them. Right, should be able to do lots with these 9. So the first thing he's going to do, because he can't search yet because there's an enemy on the lava bridge here. So the first thing he's going to do is attack this enemy. Oh dear, with 4. It defends. With 4. Second attack. 3. Second defense. 5. Plucky little skeleton this. Third attack. 5. Third defense. 2. So the difference is 3. It only has 2 health points. It is eventually dead. But skeleton number 2 put up a darn good fight there, and I'm proud of it. Well done. Okay. Right, so 6 action points remaining. Got to have a search. There's a small health vial. The black key, we're not looking for the black key, so the black key is just tradable treasure at this stage. We're looking for the white key. An empty scroll, that's more tradable treasure. And a bottle of black bimber. Drinking the contents of this vial will activate your specialist skill once. You must then return this card to the bottom of the search pile. So that's a very powerful magical potion there. Okay, so here we go. 2, 3, so we've got 2 action points remaining. 2 action points. What are we going to do with 2 action points? Well, Hjolven's only got 1 health point, so he's got 2 action points left, so he's going to take a bottle of Bilton's Brew and a small health vial, and that's going to give him 3. So he needs 2 action points to take both of those and give him 1, 2, 3 health points, so he's up to 4. That's all of his action points. Now we are rolling for For Hjalva's action points, she's got 5. She's another search as well. Finds a large health vial, a small health vial, a medium health vial, and a clay pot. So she has had a very good search there. That's good. And she's got 1 left, so she's going to take a step towards where we need to be going. Right, next. Where are we now? There's no enemies on the board. Hjalva's just had her turn. Now it's back to Hjalvan. 8 action points. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's have a search. Scroll of power. And a chomp trap. So that's the first 2 searches out of the way. The scroll of power is good. The chomp trap requires a scroll of immunity to get away with. We haven't got scroll of immunity, so it's a guaranteed -1 health point. So if he had searched and found that earlier, it would have killed him. Okay, 2 left. 2 action points left, 2 potential searches left, so here they come. The scroll of immunity. Could have done with that a moment ago. And a spider bite. Determine your fate by rolling 1d6. 1, 2 or 3 you're fine. 4, 5 or 6 you're bitten. And it's a 3, so he's fine. Okay, that's good. Right, that's all of Hjalvan's action points used. So now we're going to Hjalva. Excuse my croaky voice, by the way. I'm still feeling quite rough after yesterday. But tea, as ever, is helping. Right, Hjalva's action points. 5 of them. Let's have a search. A gold ring. Another search. A large health vial. 1, 2. She's doing very well with these searches. Okay, she's got 3 left. I think we kind of need to bolster Hjalvan's health. So she's going to... How many she's got left? 3. 1, 2, and then she's going to give her brother a large health vial with her final action point. Okay, now giving him the vial doesn't give him the health point. He's then got to spend an action point drinking the thing, but at least it's in his possession now. So that's all of Hjalva's. There's no enemies on the board. Back we go to Hjalvan. 4 action points. So the first thing he's going to do is drink a large health vial. That's going to leave him with 3. And it's going to give him an extra 2. Sorry, another 3. Because this is a large health vial, so it gives you 3 health points. Okay, so he's got 3 action points remaining. Search, I guess. Nordic silver. A clay pot. And a small health vial. Okay, so Nordic silver and a clay pot can go to the bottom of his pile. What have we got here? That's all treasure. We've got a health potion and a couple of magical scrolls on top. Okay. Oh, and of course the bottle of black bimbo, which we will use to weaken a room full of enemies, if indeed we're unlucky enough to find a room full of enemies. So that's all his searches done. Hjalva's rolling for action points. Hjalva! 9. Okay. Right, Hjalva. Search. Wyeth's Chakram. Wonderful. We've got a ranged weapon. The white key. Awesome. That was quick. That was very quick. Okay, so we've got the white key now. So it's 2 searches. So Hjalva has the white key. She's got 7 action points remaining. Let's see what we've got to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's roll 1d6 to determine how many of these 3 enemies will be spawned. If it's 3 or above, of course, it's all of them. And it's a 2. So the 2 enemies are skeleton number 6 and skeletal bowman number 2. The skeleton number 6 goes here. Skeletal bowman number 2 goes here. Hjalva has 3 action points remaining, so she's going to take 1. And she's going to attack that skeleton. Scoring 5, it defends. Scoring 3, so it's dead. Wonderful. So straight away, skeleton number 6 bites the dust. Well done, Hjalva. And now, importantly, because she's only got a couple of action points left and then it's the enemy turn, there's no point her trying to sort of leave space for her brother, as it were. So with her 3 remaining action points, she's going to go 1, 2, and search, I guess. And the final, oh, it's a chomp trap. Does she have a scroll of immunity? She does not. So chomp. There we are. Now it's the enemy turn. So what we need to do now is determine whether this bowman can see her. Now, a skeletal bowman has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think that skeleton bowman can see anyone there, so that's the end of the enemy turn, and back we go to Hjolven for action points. So hopefully he should be able to work his way through. 3. Now, was it Hjolven that got the ranged weapon? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. Hjolven hasn't got the ranged weapon. Hjalvar has. So with 3, no, there's absolutely nothing he can do. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. So now we're rolling for Hjalvar's action points, which he's got 9 of them. 1, 2. Leave her with 7. Her first attack will leave her with 6, and she attacks the skeletal bowman for 5. It responds. Skeletal bowman only have a single health point. And it responds with a 4. So it is killed. Just. So farewell, skeletal bowman. You go there. And with Hjalvar's remaining 6 action points, she's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simply just run toward where she needs to be. Now, Hjalvar needs to get here and place that white key in the lock. In doing so, she's going to spawn a single enemy here, and she's going to spawn a single enemy here. However, if Hjolven can stay there, or at least end his turn on there every time, then he will keep both of these rooms from having to spawn new enemies. So he can help out here a lot. So that's Hjalvar's turn over. Now it's down to Hjolven because there's no enemies on the board. Oh, there's a dice in there, isn't there? Sorry. There we go. And Hjolven has 9 action points. So with his 9 action points, let's have a look. He's got a health vial essentially, and lots of treasure, and the bottle of black bimber. So for 9 action points, he's going to. See, Hjalvar's still in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 6, 7. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, ending back on. Now that seems a little wasteful, but he's not risking weakening himself by finding any traps. He is holding both of these rooms off from spawning enemies by standing on the lava bridge, meaning at the moment he counts as being in both rooms. Okay. Now if Hjalvar wasn't there, the moment he moved away and moved back onto that, we'd have to respawn these. So it's a tricky situation we're in, but let's see what Hjalvar can do with her action points now. 8. Not the worst, not the best. Let's have a look. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, okay. So what Hjalvar's going to do, regardless of the enemy, is this. 1, 2. Okay, and this enemy is going to be auto-spawned because there's just a 1 there, so there's no point even rolling the dice. You just auto-spawn an enemy here, and that enemy is skeleton number 1. But then, he's got 6 action points left. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Spawning this enemy here, which is bandit number 1. Right here. So now she's got 3 action points remaining, so she's going to go 1, 2, and with the 3rd action point she's going to place the white key into the white lock. Now, what this does is extremely important. What it means is, even if Hjalvar and Hjolven are now killed, the white lock has been unlocked, meaning that the magical tracking spell to find out where this midnight star is has now been activated. So, because it's still Hjalvar's turn, she's used all of her action points, but it's still her turn, so we're going to roll 1d6 and we're going to find out where the midnight star is. Don't forget that the win condition for this dungeon is to find the midnight star, retrieve it, and take it back within the Oakenwild home. So, 1d6 to determine where it is. It's either going to be here, 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 or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And it's 6. So it's literally in the same room. It's literally here, in the same room, underneath the bandit we just spawned. So that is where the midnight star is. However, that's the end of Hjalvar's turn. It's now the enemy turn. So the enemy turn in the order that they were spawned. We've got skeleton number 1 right here, who's going to use his 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. He can get to Hjalvar, and he does attack her with snake eyes, meaning that he can't do damage because the minimum she can roll in defense is snake eyes. So that would be a draw. So I'm not going to bother rolling, but that's an ineffective attack from him. Now we've got bandit number 1, who is also going to attack her with 2 dice. A little better this time. He attacks her with 8. She defends with 9. So that's the enemy turn over. Excuse me. So now it's down to Hjalvar. Hjalvar's right here again. We have a bit of a quandary with Hjalvar because Hjalvar is no longer here, no longer in this corridor. So the moment he leaves, he's going to have to respawn this room. So I think it's a good idea for him to stay in the big room, because it's got a maximum of 6 spawn points, and to sacrifice the fact that Hjalvar is going to have to spawn those 3 on the way back. So let's see. Hjalvar action point. 5. Not so tragic, actually. With 5, he can do some different stuff, actually. The chakram is Hjalvar's. With 5 action points, he can search Carter's slippers, search the scroll of protection, search an enemy. He discovers an enemy, so that enemy is just going to appear at his feet and is skeleton number 3. And now he's got 2 action points remaining of his 5. So he's going to attack the skeleton with 5, and the skeleton's going to defend with 6. And final attack is 7, and the skeleton's going to defend with 5. So the skeleton he spawned, he ends up killing just. The difference is 2. And Hjalvar gets to stand there and hold both of these pieces off again. So let us see if Hjalvar can actually get back here, because that would be interesting. She's right next to the Midnight Star, so she can just take that. And as soon as she takes that, she takes ownership of this. So if she rolls enough action points now, she can whip that star out from under the bandit's feet and leg it. She doesn't need to fight. So let us see how many action points she can get, because killing all the enemies is not part of the deal. Right, 9. That's quite a lot. So, for her 9, she's going to spend 1 action point to take the Midnight Star into her possession, which she does. Okay, that's done. Now she's got 8 action points and she's going to run with them. 1, 2, 3. 2. We need to put another enemy here, because this is an enemy-free run, remember? And this enemy is skeleton number 12. There we are. So 1, 2, we've got 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is Hjalvar running off with the Midnight Star, leaving enemies in her wake. However, I think it's a good strategy. That's all of her movement, that's all of her action points taken now. Sorry, that's all of... Hjalvar definitely used all his as well. So now it is the enemy's turn. So the first enemy spawned was skeleton number 1, who's here. It's rather confusingly just been dragged to and fro, but he's going to go 1, 2, 3 with all his enemy movement. Bandit number 1 is going to use 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't see her for his ranged weapon, so that's his turn over. Skeleton number 12's just been spawned. 1, 2, 3. can't get to her to attack. That's the enemy turn over. It's Hjolven's turn. Hjolven can move off here now because Hjalva is in this corridor. So Hjolven is rolling for action points. 5 action points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all he needs. It's Hjolven. It's Hjalva now for action points. How many she got? Oops. 7. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. And now it's the enemy turn. First of all is skeleton number 1. 1, 2, 3. Then the bandit. 1, 2, 3 is all it can do. And then skeleton number 12. 1, 2, 3. So the bandit's being hindered by the skeletons in the corridor. So it's actually working to our advantage. Here comes Hjolven's action points. There's 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave him with 4. And now we need to roll 1d6 to spawn how many of these 4 enemies will be spawned. 5, all of them. Okay, so we need to make some room here. We've got 4 new enemies coming, and they are Skeletal Bowman number 3, who goes here. Bandit number 4, who goes here. Bandit number 6, who goes here. A bit wonky from my suitcase. Apologies, bandit number 6. And skeleton number 7, who goes here. Right, now he's got 4 action points remaining. So he's going to go 1. And then he's going to attack bandit number 4 with 2d6. Scoring 8. The bandit replies with 7. So the bandit loses. Sorry, which bandit is that? Bandit number 4. So the bandit had 3 health points. It now only has 2. Okay, he's going to attack the same bandit again. This time scoring 10. The bandit responds with 6. The bandit is dead. So bandit number 4 leaves the building. Goodbye, bandit number 4. Right, so now Hjolven has a single action point left, and he's going to use it in a very clever fashion. What he's going to do is he's going to glug down a bottle of black bimber. Drinking the contents of this vial will activate your specialist skill once. You must then return this card to the bottom of the search pile. So, what's his specialist skill? Hjolven is able to summon the anger of the gods and call down the hand of Odin, removing 1 health point from every enemy in the active board pieces where he is standing. So, he's standing here. This is the only active board piece. Of course, if he was standing on a lava bridge, he could actually do the same thing to enemies in both rooms, but that's not practical in this scenario. So, in this particular room, we've got 3 enemies here, and we've got Skeletal Bowman number 3, Bandit number 6 and Skeleton 7. Skeletal Bowman number 3, the bowmen only have 1 health point, so the Hand of Odin actually kills him, which is good. Bandit number 6 goes from 3 to 2. Skeleton number 7 goes from 2 to 1. So, although that's all the action points done, we've still got Hjalva coming in behind him. These enemies don't look like they're going to be able to actually catch us up on the way back. So now it's Hjalva rolling for action points. Exciting stuff. 8 action points. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she's going to attack skeleton number 7. Why not? With her final action point. And scores 10, instantly killing it, because it only defends with a single d6 and has a single health point remaining. So that was a very good use of the Hand of Odin and the bottle of black bimber, in my opinion. Now, we've still got the Oakenwild house tile to get back into, and those astute of you will notice that there's 5 spawn points in here. So we're going to have to populate those. Okay, so let's have a look, see how well we can do. They're pretty close now, pretty close. I think we've already got the white star. It's in Hjalva's possession, so let us see what we can do now. So that was Hjalva's last go, so now it's the enemy turn. It's the turn of Bandit number 6. Bandit number 6 is going to take 1 step forward here and attack Hjalva, because Hjalva's the nearest player character. 2d6, scoring 9. And Hjelva is going to defend and scores 10. So she's absolutely fine. So now it's down to Hjelven to press on again, hopefully into the Oakenwild home, and find out exactly what we've got to get past to get home and complete this dungeon. Let's see what we've got. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving him 3. Let's see how many of these 5 enemies are about to be spawned. So, I'll make a little room on here just in case. 1d6, and it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if I throw a 6, then it's still 5. So maximum of 5 enemies. Here comes 1d6 to find out how. And it's 4. So, the first is bandit number 5 onto spawn point 1. The second is skeletal bowman number 4 onto spawn point 2, inside the Oakenwild home. The third, skeleton number 8 in the corridor here, and the fourth, skeletal bowman 1, again inside the Oakenwild home. So, Hjelven has 3 action points remaining. What's he going to do with those 3 action points? Well, look, strategy-wise, we've got the most powerful thing here is the bandit for sure. Hjelven doesn't have the Midnight Star, so Hjelven is going to potentially sacrifice himself by blocking this bandit into the corridor. So he's going to use his 3 action points to go 1, 2, 3 and go toe-to-toe with that bandit. He doesn't have enough action points to actually attack, but at least he can hold the bandit off. Now it's Hjelva's turn. She's rolling for action points. 4's not enough to do anything really. Not anything productive. So she's going to use 1 to attack this bandit. Bandit number 6 right here. Scores 5. The bandit responds. Oh, with 3. Now hang on a second, that's bandit number 6. We've already depleted him by 1 using the Hand of Odin, so we only had 2 anyway. Bandit number 6 is dead. Well done. So that's another bandit bites the dust. So she's got 2 action points remaining. What's she going to do with them? She could have a search, but I don't want to risk that. So she's got 2 action points left. What she's going to do is she's going to take 1, 2, and that's it. So that's the end. So now it's the enemy turn. Skeleton number 1, who's all the way back here. 1, 2, 3. Bandit number 1, who's all the way back here. 1, 2, 3. Clogged up with the skeletons again. Skeleton number 12 then. 1, 2, 3. Now we come to bandit number 5, who's here. And he's going to attack Hjelven. Ooh, ouch, for 10. Hjelven responds with 7. So Hjelven loses 3 health points and he's down to 3. Okay. Next comes skeletal bowman number 4, who's inside the house. Skeletal bowman number 4 has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3 will not allow him to see either of our heroes, so that's fine. Skeleton number 8 is next. He's here. Movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, can't get anywhere near us. And then skeletal bowman number 1, who's here behind these walls. 1, 2, 3. Can't get anywhere near us. So that's the end of the enemy turn. Back we go to Hjelven. Hjelven for action points. Let's do this. 8 action points for Hjelven. He's got to attack this bandit, so he does so. Bandit number 5. That's going to leave him with 7, isn't it? And what's the score? 5. Oops. The bandit responds. More than 5. So he attacks the bandit again. This time with 7. The bandit responds with 5. Meaning that he's been nibbled down from 3 to 1. Here comes Hjelven's 3rd attack on the bandit. Oh, 11. That's a beastling attack. And the bandit responds with way less than 11, 7 in fact. So the difference is 4. He's only got 1 health point left. Sayonara, bandit number 5. So, with 5 action points remaining and 1 attack remaining, Hjolven is going to walk up 1, 2, and a single attack on Skeletal Bowman number 4. So 7 or above is an instant kill. Here it comes. It's a 3. Not good for your last attack. You must be tired. And and the defense was 1, so it does die. Amazing. So you've got 2 action points remaining. There goes Skeletal Bowman number 4. Where are you? Skeletal Bowman number 4. So yeah, so even when you've got kind of bunches of enemies doing different things at different bits of the board, the enemy turn is simply in the order that they were spawned. And you keep your cards together in the order that they were spawned, and it's a very easy thing to manage. It was quite intimidating at one point because I had 22 enemies on the board at the same time, but it was actually manageable. Okay, so Hjolven has got 2 action points remaining, so he's going to move one there to be between these 2 enemies, and with the final action point he's going to attempt to activate the Hand of Odin normally by rolling a double 6. Here it comes. I'm afraid not. So that's Hjolven's turn over. I've just clonked a skeleton. Now it's Hjalva rolling for action points. Oh dear, 2 action points. 2. 1, 2 is all she's going to do, and that's it. So now it's the enemy turn again. So here we go for skeleton number... Oops, throwing dice everywhere. Sorry, guys. Skeleton number 1 comes first. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1... Oops. 1, 2, 3. So that's those 3. I've got skeleton 8, who is right next to Hjolven, so he's going to attack Hjolven. Here it comes. Oh, ouch, that's a big one. It's a very big one. It's a 12. Now, Hjolven, do you have anything? Scroll of Power, that's not going to help. That's an attack, not defense. No, so Hjolven's life is hanging in the balance here. He's just been attacked for 12. He only has 2d6 to defend himself and 3 health points. He's dead for sure. So 8, the difference is 4. He only had 3 health points, so he is dead. However, in the Gorgon's Loch, death is not the handicap it used to be. Because, of course, the win condition for this particular dungeon is to unlock the white key, we have, to take the Midnight Star, which we have, safely back to the Oakenwild house. It's now Hjalva's turn, and she is 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away from being inside the Oakenwild house with the Midnight Star. And at no point does it say you need to kill all the enemies, so let's see if we can do this. Hjalva's turn for action points. 7. 1, leaving her with 6. Then she's going to attack the skeleton number 8 here. That's a 10, that's an insta-kill. She's clearly just seen what happened to her brother, and she's not happy. So there goes skeleton number 8. Back to the boneyard. She now takes another step up on the edge of her house. She attacks Skeletal Bowman number 1. 7 or above, it's an insta-kill. It's a 4.